Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Now we discuss about the product for mini vehicle labeled web facial images for search based face annotation. Next we see the abstract for the product. Due to the popularity of various digital cameras and the rapid growth of internet based photo sharing, recent years have witnessed an explosion of number of photos captured and stored the consumers. A large collection of photo images where are usually unlabeled raises a great challenge for end users to browse and search. One possible solution is to tag images manually, which is however time consuming and often costly for large photo collections. Instead of annotation image manually, another more salient technique to overcome this challenge of automated image annotations, which aims to automatically assign an image some metadata, typically in the form of caption of keyword, to describe the semantic concept object in the image. Despite being studied extensively, the existing technique for generic images annotation remain far from practical and satisfied in real world application. Unlike the existing generic annotation in this paper, we address the specific subtopic of annotation, auto face annotation, which aims to detect human face from photo images and to annotate the human name for facial images. In this paper, we investigated the search-based face annotation by many vehicle labeled facial images for the freely available on the internet. The key component of such the search-based annotation paradigm is to build the database of facial images with accelerate labels. This is however challenging since facial image on www on often noisy and incomplete. To improve the label quality and raw web facial images, we propose the unsupervised label refinement approach for refining the labels of web facial images by exploring the machine learning technique. We modify the ULR methodology and to optimize the distance based calculation using the classification methodology. We classification methods mainly used to KNN based classified methods. We do not modify the classification based on our the distance calculation of equality and based distance calculation of future information based on our input database images, and to modify the results and to exactly refine the final output results. Then we discuss about the flow diagram for the product. First, the input database images are applied to the pre-processing step. The pre-processing step to filter the our input signal and to display the and to detect the face for human face images and to detect the face and to crop the exact face for input given images and to calculate the database images, then to retrieve the information based on gist feature extraction methodology. Generalized search tree mainly used to extract the feature points in our face craft face images, then to process the feature images and to apply the retrieval images. These retrieval images matching for distance calculation of F50 based equality and distance based total database informations and to the given input query informations. These informations to be combined with and to calculate the retrieved face to face annotation. This is to retrieve the face images and to retrieve the face images, then to calculate the identification of the name for which person to be selected for overall database and to relevant the images and to identify the classing function, then to calculate the relevant images for the retrieval the face and to calculate the identification for the retrieval face to images for the overall identification process and to compare the performance analysis for overall final images to classify the based on our the distance based calculations and to retrieve the efficient query images for which and name identification and relevant database images in our the overall process. This process was developed in MATLAB process. Next we see the final output for the product. First we run the input selection process for select the query input images and to create the form for GUI window. Then to browse the input query images. Then the overall database images, select any one of the query images for our the overall processing results. Then to select the one image and, display the input image. Then to pre-process the filtering image, then using the median filter, and to identify the face identification process using the boundary box operations. Then identify the face identification process. Then to identify the alignment for exact face identification for overall process. Then to crop the image and to go to the next feature extract value for the feature extract variable, the two feature images for gist feature extract methodology, and the two feature table for query input images. Then to go to the retrieve the similar face for selected input query image, and to identify the name identification process for input query image. Then to analysis for overall database performance for precision and recall value for distance based calculation methodology.